Hello, and welcome to the ROYSWIRE YouTube channel. Today, we're embarking on a journey back in time to the rugged landscapes of the Old West. We invite you to join us as we explore the tales of yesteryear's cowboys, outlaws, and pioneers. If you enjoy our content, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your feedback is invaluable to us, so don't hesitate to let us know what topics you'd like us to cover next. Thank you for tuning in. Let's turn back the clock. Now, picture this: the Wild West, a time of lawlessness, when fortune and power were sought through the barrel of a gun. This was an era when the clink of spurs and the ominous hum of a drawn revolver echoed through dusty, sun-baked streets. An era where daring outlaws and ruthless gunslingers became legends, their names whispered in hushed tones around crackling campfires. In this wild, untamed frontier, chaos reigned supreme. The law was often a distant concept, as remote as the East Coast cities from which many had fleeing. The badge of a sheriff wielded scant influence over the expansive realms of the frontier, leaving ample room for the ascent of notorious outlaws within the void of established authority. Among these figures was William Butch, a man whose reputation for ruthlessness sent a chill down the spine of even the most hardened frontiersmen. His gruesome exploits, which included robbery, murder, and even cannibalism, made him a figure of terror throughout the Southwest. Then there was El Fuego Baca, a man who began his journey on the side of the law, only to find himself on the wrong side of a gunfight. His legendary stand at the Frisco Shootout catapulted him into the annals of Wild West folklore. Cullen Baker, a Confederate soldier turned outlaw, was another figure who struck fear into the hearts of many. His brutal crimes and violent nature earned him a fierce reputation, and he remained elusive until his final bloody showdown. Seaborn Barnes, a quick-draw expert with deadly accuracy, rustled cattle and robbed stagecoaches across Texas and Arkansas, leaving a trail of fear in his wake. Richard Botter, or Rattlesnake Dick, was a daring stagecoach and train robber during the Gold Rush era in California. And finally, we have Sam Bass, the charming and charismatic outlaw who was one of the last great train robbers of the Wild West. His heists and subsequent downfall made him a legend. These men, infamous and feared, carved their names into the pages of history with each breath they took. Their tales of audacity, violence, and cunning still echo through the ages, a stark reminder of an era of outlaws. Let's delve into the lives of these notorious outlaws, starting with William Butch, also known as Billy the Butcher. Born in the year of 1851, he was a name that sent shivers down the spine of many. His ruthless nature was infamous throughout the Southwest, a chilling shadow that loomed over the Wild West. His crimes were not for the faint of heart. Robbery, murder, and even cannibalism marked his reign of terror. Each atrocity he committed only served to deepen the fear and dread associated with his name. His nickname, the Butcher, was not born out of thin air. It was a testament to his dark and terrifying reputation for mutilating his victims. This ruthless outlaw was truly a force to be reckoned with. Moving, we have El Fuego Baca, born in New Mexico in 1865. Baca's story is a stark contrast to that of the Butcher. He began his journey as a lawman, a beacon of justice in a time of lawlessness. However, he soon found himself on the wrong side of the law. His most famous exploit occurred in 1884 during the Frisco Shootout. Baca held off a gang of 50 men, a feat that would have seemed impossible to most. His remarkable courage and tenacity in the face of danger made him a legendary figure in the annals of the Wild West. His story serves as a reminder that not all outlaws were born out of evil. Some, like Baca, were pushed into infamy by circumstance, These men, ruthless and reckless, left a trail of violence and chaos in their wake. Their stories, though marred by bloodshed and lawlessness, have etched themselves into the fabric of the Wild West. They serve as a chilling reminder of a time when fortune and power were sought through the barrel of a gun, and the line between hero and villain was blurred by desperation and survival. From the ruthless and reckless, we move to the brutal and bold, starting with Cullen Baker. Born in the year 1835, Baker was a Confederate soldier turned outlaw, a man whose name became synonymous with brutality and violence. Known for his fiery temper and ruthless demeanor, Baker's crimes included murder, rape, and robbery. His reputation was so fierce that it struck terror in the hearts of many, a testament to his brutal nature. Despite numerous attempts to bring him to justice, Baker continually eluded the law, slipping through the fingers of law enforcement like a ghost in the night. His reign of terror came to an end in 1869, not through a trial or a sentencing, but through a hail of bullets and a climactic shootout. From the brutality of Baker, we turn to the bold exploits of Seaborn Barnes. Born around the year 1849, Barnes was an outlaw known for his quick draw and deadly accuracy. A feared figure in Texas and Arkansas, Barnes's reputation was built on his skills as a gunslinger. His criminal activities included cattle rustling and robbing stagecoaches, his bold exploits sending ripples of fear through the communities he terrorized. Like a specter in the night, Barnes would strike swiftly and without warning, his quick draw and deadly aim leaving little chance for his victims to defend themselves. His life of crime came to an abrupt end in 1878 during a gunfight with law enforcement. Barnes's demise, however, did not erase his legacy. His name lived on, a symbol of the fear and awe he inspired. Brutal acts and bold exploits have made them legendary figures of the Wild West. They were men who chose a life outside the law, men who sought fortune and power through violence and intimidation. Their stories, while gruesome and terrifying, are an integral part of the tapestry of the Wild West, a time when lawlessness reigned and legends were born. Lastly, we come to the audacious and infamous Richard Barter and Sam Bass. Barter, more commonly known as Rattlesnake Dick, was a notorious stagecoach and train robber during the California Gold Rush era. His audacious heists and daring escapes etched his name in the annals of Wild West legends. His criminal career being short-lived, his audacity and cunning are still spoken of today. Sam Bass, on the other hand, was a charismatic figure, one of the last great train robbers of the Wild West. His charm and audacious crimes led to his amassment of a fortune before his notorious downfall in the famous 1878 Round Rock Shootout. Event marked the end of Bass's criminal reign, but it also immortalized him as one of the most infamous outlaws in Western history. Audacious deeds and infamous reputations have secured them a place in the annals of the Wild West.